The Black Ops 3 Zombies Moon world record has been beaten by 16 seconds. Now, what's interesting is that if you go on ZWR, the top time is 19 minute 40 solo for Mega Gobblegums. But this run that I've been suggested now has beaten it by 16 seconds. And I don't know if this is just pure luck, if this was a modded game. But ladies and gentlemen, let's check it out. A 19 minute and 24 second Moon Easter egg world record. Now, you guys know that this is the most luck-based Easter egg of all time in all of Call of Duty Zombies, especially on Moon Solo. You really need 4 things from the mystery box with Moon. You need the wave gun, number 1. You need the Gersh device, number 2. And then you need to swap the Gersh device for QEDs, number 3. And then swap it back to Gersh being number 4. And so obviously he pulls the shopping free, getting speed cola. Could have been a little bit better here with getting stamina up as well, because we know that stamina up is the number 1 best speed runner perk. Here you can see that the slide movement is actually incorporated over the low grav like on Black Ops 1. So shopping free buys us all the way to the power on round 1, which we need for the excavators. If you don't know what the excavators on Moon are, wave gun first hit, of course, for world record. These things are basically what the Easter egg needs to get started. There's the big saw blades that go through 3 parts of the map. Tunnel 6 at Excavator Pi, Tunnel 11 at Excavator Opsilon, I think, and then Biodome, which is another excavator. I always forget the names, but the one you need is Tunnel 6, which is the area he just ran out from, and you also need to be able to make sure you get it as fast as possible to get Excavator Pi down or Tunnel 6. And so the way you do that is by getting power on. He gets Mule Kick, which is actually an incredibly important perk for this run because it allows you to pick up more guns from the mystery box, which actually give you a higher percentage chance, being not that much, to get the stuff out of the box. And so again, you're never, in my opinion, going to see a back-to-back wave gun Gersh QED Gersh, because that's simply impossible. The chances of that happening are super low. But what you did see here is that in the first 2 minutes, Gersh device and wave gun have been fully retrieved. He throws the Gersh device to go back to spawn to start Samantha Says, which was an amazing, amazing step. And now he's got the code. So now he's going to be putting them in yellow, blue. So that's 4-3, red, green, blue, yellow. And basically, this is the majority of the Moon Easter egg, is doing Samantha Says. So his code now is 4331. And he continues to do this, and the last step of this Easter egg is doing this 3 times, essentially to make sure that you get all 3 of the rockets to blow up the Earth. And so, essentially, this is the first step. Once he's done this, he's going to probably want to use his Gersh again to TP towards the Gersh device. So now this is done. Gersh device is up. Unfortunately, he gets a bad Gersh back from spawn, but he can go back and hit it and get the right one. That is why we love Gersh devices, because if you mess up, like with anywhere but here, the Gobblegum, you can literally just go again with the Gersh device. He's now looking for the hacker that's in the spawn. He's got the hacker, and he's also now going to start up the second step. Now, while he's here doing the hacker step, he needs to also look for the S-pipe, and the S-pipe has a myriad of different locations. And so even with this hacker step, there's a bunch of different locations that you have to hack this green light, and he got lucky getting the 2 closest ones. He's throwing down a Gersh device because he's got a max ammo, and he's got the 2 on the bottom, saving him that much more time, which honestly, this is the type of reason why this is the number 1 world record run. I hope this isn't a patch run, considering that obviously this isn't on ZWR, but let's just hope it isn't, because this beat the world record by a whole 16 seconds, which is really, really crazy. And so hacker step is done, S-pipe has been retrieved, and now it is time to go back to Area 51 to get the plates. And the plates are going to be an absolute breeze, because he also got Widow's Wine, and Widow's Wine allows you to actually throw the plates, or get the plates easier. But I think he actually hit the plates when he spawned in, allowing him to get it. He gets Perkaholic here as well. And now he's really going to want to guess exactly, get the immolation liquidation to try and get QEDs because he doesn't need the Gersh device anymore. He's now going to spawn this in. Great timing. And then he's going to spawn back in the spawn room and see if he can get QEDs. If he gets QEDs here, this is the run. Like, this goes to show how much box luck is needed. And he's going to need the QEDs for the longest part of this Easter egg. You only need the Gersh again for one tiny step right at the end, and there it is. He's got a Luffy skin on the M8A7. Oh, that is so sick, man. I posted a TikTok on my Twitter yesterday just about how COD took away the creativity from us with obviously the emblems and all that, and there it is, QED, 5 minutes in, bro, he's done that. And so now he's on a time-gated step where he basically has to go and charge up the golden rod. He doesn't have Tunnel 6 yet, and so he's just making sure that he's taking out the zombies to hopefully get Tunnel 6 first. If he doesn't get Tunnel 6 first, this isn't WR, so obviously he gets it. So the plates are down, and the golden rod is good to go. I don't know why his plates are all glitched out like that. It's interesting because he's actually even able to see when the golden rod gets charged up. And as you can see, he's kind of dividing his time between typing on the computer and taking out zombies. And if you've never done this Easter egg before, you literally have to spam F like 100 times on this step. Literally every key press that you hear Richtofen putting in. And obviously you also need to be playing Richtofen. At least on the BO3 version, it automatically spawns you in as Richtofen solo. On BO1, it doesn't actually do that, and you need to do the Shangri-La and Call the Dead Easter egg to even be able to do this Easter egg on BO1, so obviously it is better to do it on BO3. But what's crazy is on BO1, you can't even do the full Easter egg solo. You get gated up to a certain part where the death machine spawns in, and you see Samantha in the MPD. Outside of that, there's really nothing too much. So once the screen goes fully green and the Vril device is charged, he is now going to be able to essentially hope that he gets Excavator Pie because he has the wave gun and he just needs to shoot the ball all the way through. He's got a couple nukes, so if I was him, I'd spawn those in pretty much as fast as possible. He's got a free nuke as well here. And yeah, he just needs to get through these rounds and hope that he gets Excavator Pie because he has not had Excavator Pie. Also, the language of the game also is put on French so that this step in particular can go faster. This is a common Easter egg speedrun skip that you see on maps like Mob of the Dead, and also a myriad of different Call of Duty zombie maps because you absolutely need it. And I didn't even hear Excavator Pie go down, but it's already down, and so he has now hacked it and is fully ready to go on this step. And now he's got the Vril device charged and literally is ready to get the 25 souls at the MPD once he launches the ball. And so he gets rid of the hacker for the PES now because this area is now excavated and breached. And then finally now here's another time-gated step. Moon does have a lot of time-gated steps. I mean, even the mystery box you can consider a time-gated step because, I mean, you gotta get what you gotta get. But bro, getting wave gun and Gersh that fast, you guys don't understand, is very rare. This is not like Buried where you just instantly get what you want out of the mystery box. Nah, man, the mystery box on Moon, no matter if it's BO1 or BO3, is extremely stubborn. This thing does not want to give you what it needs to give you. But seriously, this is some of the best RNG. I've even tried speedrunning for the world record of Moon because it's genuinely quite an easy speedrun. It really just depends on how lucky you get. But ultimately, it's just so much RNG that it can, like, bro, you can, I've known Codename Pizza, right? Ben, he has speed ran this Easter egg for years and hasn't hit a game like this with this type of RNG, man. For years. It's that uncommon. Like, there are so many weapons in the box, and so it's not surprising to me that this has taken absolutely forever. And also, he's on round 8, which is the perfect round for doing the first 25 soul canister at the MPD. He gets shopping free there, which he doesn't necessarily need. And now he's just really doing the best he can to wait for the spawns to come in. And now the ball is practically all the way over to the MPD. He shot it exactly where it needs to be. I agree, it's probably best for him to swap out the nuke, and he gets a range ops, which is absolutely amazing. And look at all the spawns practically just waiting for him to be here. I believe he places the Vrilya device and now gets going with the 25 souls. And so instantly, he's practically done all the hard parts of the Easter egg now. The rest of this Easter egg is just soul box eliminations, throwing the throwing the QED down, the quantum entanglement device, and then as well, going back to do 3 Samantha says while getting the Gersh device. And so there is a little bit of RNG, and bro, that 25 souls was fast! Wow, the spawns he had there was insane. I don't even know if that was legit, genuinely. I can't even tell if that was legit, but see, that was freaking crazy. 19-minute 24. Again, this video is unlisted, and I did get emailed this, but I would love to see this be proven absolutely authentic, because obviously, with the people on ZWR, they can obviously check if these runs have been manipulated or not. There's a lot of better speedrunners than me that know exactly what to look for. But I have speedrun the Moon Easter egg, and so far, everything looks really good. I was shocked he filled up that canister so fast. And now 4 canisters have appeared. He has a 90-second death machine, which is the longest death machine you can ever get in COD Zombies without using like a temporal gift, I guess, or Black Ops 4 death machine specialist weapon. And now he has to fill up 100 souls, 25 each at every single corner, which is why he's not going for that nuke. He's simply waiting for the rounds. And honestly, round 9 is the perfect round to do this on, because he can at least fill half of the back ones and then continue getting pretty fast zombies towards this. Unfortunately, on Moon, because of the low gravity, they aren't as fast as they could be at round 9, but they are still pretty fast. And so round 10 now, Death Machine's been put away, and he's basically just waiting to get all of the souls. And yeah, so if this was Black Ops 1, he would have done the 25 canister, and then that would have been it. That would have been the whole Easter egg solo. I don't know why on BO1 they gated you from doing the rest of this Easter egg. I'm glad they fixed this on Black Ops 3, because I genuinely always forget about that. That Black Ops 3 just allows you to do the whole thing, whereas on BO1 solo, unless you run a mod, you cannot do the whole thing, which doesn't even really make sense, you know? I mean, there's no real 4 player gated steps through this, like at the last step of Shadows of Evil, or I don't know. There's nothing like that a part of Moon. So it's pretty interesting. But he still needs to get the QEDs right now. He needs to keep the QEDs, because once he finishes filling up all 25 souls in all 4 canisters, he needs to throw the QED at the front of the MPD to get the golden rod device to teleport away. And obviously this is important, because this is what literally causes the catastrophe of Moon. And honestly, what gets me really excited, y'all, is I'm going to tell you something. So for Fortnite, for Custom Island, I've had this idea that I've wanted to make a COD Zombies mode. And the way that I've wanted to make it is kind of like Helldivers, where you have a hub and then you load into every mission, being any type of Zombies maps, like Moon, Kino, Ascension, whatever, Horizon Drac, whatever. And the thing that we've decided to do with the hub that's kind of like Helldivers is, like, imagine you had 4 teleporter pads like in Kino, and you get teleported, and then like the main hub is like the frozen forest kind of from Black Ops 3. Ooh, gets me excited, man. I hope you guys really like what we're cooking up, because honestly, this is a project that I really want to get out for this year, as well as Die Rise Remastered. I've been working on a bunch of zombie projects, and I mean, the reception from you guys has been absolutely incredible. And obviously, people have been yearning for an incredible COD Zombies round-based experience, and we want to cook. We want to cook for you guys. We want to make it absolutely enticing, exciting, exhilarating, because that's what COD Zombies is about back in the day, man. Like, this Easter egg, the lore of it was so cool. You're Richtofen, and the reason why you're getting all these souls is to power up the MPD, which in and of itself is actually a soul transference device. So the whole point of this Easter egg is for Richtofen's soul to transfer with Samantha, and that's why once you finish this 100 canister step, the zombie eyes go from yellow, being controlled by Samantha, to blue, being controlled by Richtofen, which is also why in Nuketown on BO2, you can also do the same Easter egg, which is just... The attention to detail is why people love the zombies lore so much. This old type of storytelling is old but gold. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely stellar, and I still think is stellar to this day. And I know it's very confusing with the storylines and all that, but back in Black Ops 1, the storyline of this game was linear. It didn't have different multiverses. The multiverses were really added in, not even in BO2, but mainly in BO3. Like BO2, I guess you could say with like Mob of the Dead and Origins and whatnot, but it wasn't really told to us and confirmed until BO3. And so now the golden rice, the golden vril device, not the golden rice. The golden rice has been placed. And as you can see, yeah, from that step, usually you would get a perkaholic, and then the souls get swapped once the QED is down. And as you can see, he hasn't thrown the QED yet because he needs to spin 4 Gersh. And so it's going to be crazy if he hits Gersh like that. Because is he just going to throw the QED away? I think he's going to legit throw the QED right at the pyramid when he gets... no way. When he gets the Gersh. Is he going to do it from here? Or he already did it. I guess he already did it. Okay, he must have already did it. I just didn't even see. Because, yeah, usually you're supposed to throw the QED at the front of the MPD, which he did. And honestly, pretty good TPs. That brought him right to where he needed to be. And he only needs one more Gersh device now. And he can actually preemptively throw it. And I think that's what he's going to do. You throw it at the ball that happens next to Samantha Says. Bro, at the last step of the Easter egg, 15 minutes in is insane. What the heck? This is mad. 15-minute 45 in. The ball is down there. He literally just needs to do 3 steps of Samantha Says to activate all 3 rockets. And honestly, that is it. That is it. Like, this is actually what's crazy about this is this map and Shangri-La are the most complicated BO1 Easter eggs. And this, comparatively to like BO4, is such a far cry. Like, that game is so much more difficult. But then I would say that Black Ops 1's Easter eggs are kind of more akin to Black Ops Cold War's Easter eggs. The Cold War Easter eggs are very much like this. Very simplistic. However, I would say, though, that with the BO1 Moon Easter egg, the solving process was much more satisfying than anything we got in Cold War. Even though the Easter eggs are similar, Cold War Easter eggs to me were too easy to solve, and I really hope Gulf War fixes that for 2024. But if not, man, the first map that I want to add for my Fortnite Custom Island experience is a map that's similar to Kino. Obviously, because of copyright, we have to switch up the layout, but one of my goals is I want to add a really solid Easter egg to Keynote or Toten. And in my opinion, the Easter egg kind of might be like Spaceland, you know, where it's like you're switching up reels and you're kind of like, you're in a theater, you're watching different films. And so it would be kind of cool in the Keynote Easter egg to retell the story of World at War, like where you could like teleport into the film, where it's like you see a little cutscene from Nocturne and Toten or Varrock or Shinonuma. And so just gets me really excited, man, because honestly, I think especially if we had a hub where it was like a frozen forest, what would be so cool to include in that hub is literally my favorite main menu that literally spawns from Moon, which is the broken earth that you spawn in at the end of this Easter egg. And so imagine you're in a frozen forest hub and you have the BO2 globe and you can spin the globe and choose where you want to go as a zombies map. So pretty exciting stuff, man. It gets me hyped because I love PvE games. I love zombies. I love Deep Rock Galactic. I love Helldivers 2. I love so many different type of PvE games, and just taking all these amazing ideas and combining it into something that's fun, that's exciting, that kids can relive just how we relived this Easter egg. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. And ladies and gentlemen, this Moon Easter egg has now been completed. Literally, this is it. And I think it's interesting because that last Gersh device, I didn't even see him throw it. I've just been so enamored. And literally, dude, the rockets are going off at 18 minutes. That is crazy, bro. Wow. 16 seconds in. Honestly, like, looking at this, I don't know what could have been done better. Like, again, you can always say the mystery box RNG, but it's like he hit everything he needed in probably less than 5 to 6 box hits. And then, like, to me, that's about as fair as it's gonna get. Because if you do it any faster, I feel like people will legitimately just think you're cheating. And I've never seen someone hit back-to-back Gersh, QED, Gersh in my whole life. It's just never happened. And, I mean, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 19-minute, 26-second Easter egg. The time stops once the Earth actually explodes, which is just crazy. Takes a little bit of time here. Literally takes 10 whole seconds to explode. And there you go. Wow. 1926. Moon Easter egg. World record. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. That is insane. Let me know what you guys would like me to check out. I can't even imagine his reaction to this. Obviously, he just unmuted. Ladies and gentlemen, go check this out. I'll have the link in the description for this video. I really hope you guys can tell me if this was legit or not, because I don't see this on ZWR. From what I could tell, it was legit. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.